So for this heart, I painted it first in white. Um, the reason is because the copper wouldn't stand out very good against this dark gray rock. So to paint it in white, and then I put 2 coats of copper on, and that seems to make it jump out enough. Then I had in mind, I didn't really know what I was going to do with it, but I decided I was maybe going to do just a viney sort of pattern in dark green with maybe vines and leaves, or maybe a swirl with leaves coming out of it. Anyway, that's my thought. It's something over here I was using. Oh, there it is for reference. So maybe we'll just start kind of in the center, really, with a little bit of a leaf. I just got this paint. It's new, so of course I'm very excited to try it out. No, it'd probably be quicker to use the Posca pen on this, but let's just go ahead and what I think I might do is do something like this with just doing the leaves, just little swirls with leaves. That sounds better to me. Oh boy, I can tell I put out way too much paint. There's not that much paint here. Let me see if I can get it. I blew this up so you guys could see, but even that paint's going to be way more paint than I'm going to need for tonight. And being an artist means you hate to waste supplies. This I just do some, this is just sort of some free-form vines with this, just to get some sort of pattern on there without losing too much of the copper coming in there. Just put some in there like this. I have a green Posca pen. I don't know if it would be the right tone of green for this. I kind of wanted a dark green. I think that green's a little lighter. I was going to swirl it around, then I changed my mind. Now this looks sort of funny, so let's do something with it where it looks a little, a little more organic. This brush sure goes on a little thick, doesn't it? I thought we'd just maybe do I was thinking a solid line around it. Oh, look at it. I'm wondering if I want to do dots. Let's try a solid line. I like the heart as a template because it takes designs very well. You do a lot of different designs with a heart. And you've got sort of that boundary to work with, you know. Just come around here. I might just put little dots here and there, just to add to the design a little bit. This can be, I don't know, berries or something around there. A lot of times in doodling, whether it's Zentangle or just plain old-fashioned doodling, you just sort of, I don't know, just sort of do stuff till it looks right to you. Maybe put a little layer of dots around here. I'm just going to use a brush for this. I could use a dotting tool. You could see more how to use a dotting tool, I suppose. This is one of my super fancy dotting tools where I took a straight pen and stuck it into an eraser. And let's see. The only thing to remember about dotting is you pretty much have to dunk it each time or the dots start getting smaller, which can be what you're going for. And it looks really nice when it, the dots start getting smaller and smaller. But if you're not sure if that's what you want to do, the best thing to do is dunk it each time. I'm gonna go ahead and do that because that'll use up some of this paint I poured out. Because I wonder if I could get it back in there. I've never tried that. Usually I work with tubes of paint. But for these rocks, well, actually what happened was is Liquitex for their soft body paint, they quit doing it in tubes and now they only do it in these jars. That jar looks huge. Well, I wanted to zoom in enough so you could see what I was doing. There's nothing that magical about this. It just takes a bit of patience to not try and be in too much of a hurry. The thing I tell the people that I teach rock painting to, which is very true, if you're doing rock painting because you're going to leave them around your neighborhood for people to find, they will love whatever you leave. The point is, when you find a rock, it's like a little gift from the universe and you're thrilled to find it, and it doesn't matter what's on it. So, there's really no pressure. You can experiment with these and leave it out, and whoever finds it's going to love it and feel like they're very special that day because they found the rock you did. So don't be afraid to experiment with it. The very, very worst thing is that you really decide you don't like it at all, and then you can paint over it. If it won't wash off, which it probably will if you haven't sealed it, you can use, let's see if I have any, I have some clear gesso, but that won't help you much. That's clear gesso. If you have white gesso or black gesso, gesso is made to do that. It's a primer they use on canvases. But it's also used for if you don't like what you're doing and you want to do something else or any other kind of color paint. But I'd encourage you to just go ahead and just leave it and set it out, and whoever finds it will be thrilled to have it. The other thing I've found is that being an artist and a professional artist for many years now is that I am absolutely not the best judge of my work. The pieces I think are the ones people go crazy over, and the ones that I go, that's magnificent. Kind of everyone's like, yeah, it's okay. So just because the challenge you have is when you start painting, there's usually something in your head that you want to get out there, and you're judging it based on what was in your head. The person who gets it is judging it by what it is, and so their view of it is different than yours. So, don't be hard on yourself or on your process. Every piece you learn something from, and everyone, it's good you did it. And if you try something and you feel it doesn't work, it's still so great to have tried something new and not just be so afraid that you stick in a rut, because that's no good. That won't get you anywhere. You can't do that masterpiece if you don't experiment a little. So there we are. I kind of like to darken those leaves or define those leaves just a little bit more. And do I not have any paper towel out here? Well, here's some right in front of me. I'll just get another one. I probably used them when I was cleaning up earlier. Usually I have various degrees of used paper towels lying around here to use for when I'm painting. And let's maybe make our leaves. My leaves don't look that leafy to me, so I'm going to make them just a little bit more leafy. And maybe put the paint on a little bit thicker. A little better coverage on this copper. I love copper though. What a beautiful color. I'm going to have to think of more to do with this copper, that's for sure. Because it sure is pretty. There we go. This is looking a little more botanical, isn't it? We put a little sharper edge on those leaves, and they make them look a little leafier. A little sharper edge on that one too. Okay, well there we are. Kind of short and sweet today, but just refining. Oh, forgot to fix that one. Well, there we are. You know, I think that looks pretty nice. I'm reasonably happy with that. So I'm gonna let that set because these dots look very I almost said treacherous, but they're the raised dots and the paint's thicker, so it looks like I could smear that with no effort at all. So I think I'm just gonna very carefully back away and let it dry, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.